Okay, this is my first video entry of my year working in Outward Bound Hong Kong. It was a fairly average day in terms of busyness. 29th of August, it started off fairly normally, rolled out of bed about 7 o'clock, made myself some food and headed almost straight into base. Normally on a day off I would try and do something outside of that, of Outward Bound, so work was work and then I'll do something different on a day off. However, today there was an opportunity to see one of the newly refurbished training vessels which hadn't been used for about 3 years back on the water, so there was an opportunity to see how to rig it and get it ready to take out and start getting some training hours. Once I got into base, a group of us of about 7 instructors were shown how to rig her up and get her ready to be taken out on the water. Once this was happened, we all rigged her up, took her out in the water and then did some capsize practice. Being able to right a dinghy is quite important, especially with this dinghy because it was an open cockpit, which means that there's no deck, which means there's more water can come into the boat. The problem is here that once you get the boat back over, there's quite a lot of water in the boat and she's kind of still underwater, so you've got to bail quite a lot. It would take normally about 15 minutes of solid bailing by yourself in order to get her to a sailing point again. Once we've done this a few times, I headed back home, I got myself some food and then I headed straight off into Sai Kung. This was because I had some other plans and I wanted to do some shopping before the day was over. From Sai Kung I caught the Mong Kok Bullet, which is a 16-person light bus, into Mong Kok, and then from there I caught an MTR just 2 stops north up to a place called Sham Shui Po. Sham Shui Po is almost like a more industrial version of Mong Kok. Mong Kok, for people that don't know, it's kind of like a shopping centre. It's got shops from everything, well, everything basically. And Sham Shui Po has got shops from more than everything to more than everything. You can get stuff from everything you'll ever need to make any piece of clothing, to computers, hardware and software, to security devices. Everything you can think of you can pretty much buy in one of these 2 places. My plan was to go in and get some fairly decent quality cotton. This was because I'm using cotton at the moment for my fire staffs because I can't get any Kevlar over here and cotton works almost as well. Unfortunately for one of my fire staffs, which is also broken, so I was planning on getting some metal to repair it, the cotton burnt too much when I used paraffin with it, and so I was hoping to go and get some more decent quality stuff, which I used with the other 2 smaller ones. Little did I know that on a Sunday only the market really stays open in Sham Shui Po. Most of the other shops close, and this includes all the fabric shops. So I looked around for about half an hour, 40 minutes, and found that all the shops that normally sell what I was hoping for were closed. So I headed back to Mong Kok, hoping not to waste a day of shopping. I did some other shopping which I had not quite planned to do then. I grabbed a chalk bag and some chalk for climbing, and I also got some long trousers and long sleeved shirts. This is because as summer's coming, you have to cover up from the sun because sunburn can be a real issue. It's quite embarrassing, it's quite painful, and it's definitely avoidable. So getting some stuff like this was definitely a good buy. After that, I headed back on the light bus again, went back to Sai Kung, and then back home, watched a movie and off to bed. Thanks for watching, more coming soon.